week. Do we get a day or two, depending how much the plume kind of thickens up?
We don't know what the weather is going to be like around here. I do get really anxious during storms.
That's why they chose HailGuard. When performance leads, confidence follows. Backed by the first and only asphalt shingle system with a hail warranty.
That just gives us more peace of mind.
This is the only asphalt product on the market that has the manufacturer warranty targeting the hail damage, and it gives me a lot of confidence as a contractor.
Engineered for enhanced impact performance. Built to protect homes and reputations. HailGuard shingles. Built for hail.
Hey there, crew. Well, we are going to have an afternoon of some severe thunderstorms here in terms of flash flood potential, not necessarily severe in the traditional sense of gusty wind and hail, but I can't rule that out. We'll talk about that here. First things first, I do want to get to our coverage of an ongoing, potentially high-impact situation here over the Aspen Acres burn. Storm coverage on Peaks to Plains Weather is made possible by Tamco Building Products and their HailGuard shingles beyond Class 4. We appreciate that. You can see that we've got a strong thunderstorm over Beulah right now, obviously producing heavy rain. We've been talking about this for the last few days. Flash flood warning is up for the central part of the burn, and a new one was just issued for the southern section of the burn. I'm going to focus on this one for the Beulah area first. Really, it's areas just off to the northeast of there where we have seen the heaviest rain, and we do have some spots that are up around an inch or so in diameter. And in relation to Beulah here, it's kind of off to the northeast of there. And I'm actually not sure, I didn't put one creek into my naming that I did there. and I'm looking for it right now on satellite. Shoot, somebody tell me what that is, because you can join our coverage here, and I just don't see what the name of that. There we go. I found it. Looks like it's Red Creek, perhaps. I may not be right on that. I need to double check that, but I think that's Red Creek. Well, maybe not. You know, I'm sorry, my friends. I don't know the name of that creek, but you can see it there. Some of this is flowing down into North Creek as well, which is coming into the Beulah area. And so the heaviest of the rain has been off to the northeast of Beulah, and that continues to be the case here. The others flash flood warning is for Rye and Colorado City. This flash flood warning is in effect until 5 o'clock this afternoon. We have strong thunderstorms over this area as well, of course, right along Greenhorn Creek. And so this is sort of on the southern edges of the burn. I'd be more concerned if this storm was farther off to the north and to the west, but I do want those of you in this area to be aware. Cold Spring Creek may be running a little bit tough right now. You know, also some of the other creeks that are in this area around Rye and Colorado City, just be aware in low-lying areas. Colorado City is getting a pretty hefty dose of some rain right now, and that may be coming with some perhaps some hail as well. I want to show you something that I have been working on here, and I want to take you now to this new tool that we have used, that we've gotten here to kind of help us to be ready to cover severe thunderstorms on Peaks to Plains weather. And it is some cameras from CDOT that, oh man, they just went down. Of course they did. And that's my fault because I didn't run a new update that I just made. So let me start that here for you and pull that up and get this back up and running because it's a really handy tool for us here. Okay, so we've got the flash flood warning now for the southern parts of the burn. And what I want to show you is some traffic cameras in that area from CDOT. And of course it's not working. You know, I built something and I'm just going to laugh about it because that's all I can do. Okay, they might pop up here in a little bit. Some of these rain rates with these cells, you see these sort of pinks right now? That could be over 1 inch per hour. And some of these thunderstorms today are going to do that. So we'll keep a real close eye on these. So Highway 165, you know, this is all going to be running down Greenhorn Creek. Some of the drainages a little bit, you know, farther to the west that had some of this rain earlier. Most of this flows into Greenhorn. Some of it flows into Muddy Creek. But obviously in Colorado City, you know, we're kind of on the southeast edge of the burn here. And most of us, you know, did okay. We didn't lose much in the way of homes in this area, which is good news. And so we're not at as much of a flash flood risk as some of the other areas up to the north. So, you know, we'll keep an eye on things here, but being that we're on the eastern end of the burn and some of the heaviest rain now outside of the burn, you know, I think our flash flood threat, while not zero, is not as high as it might otherwise be. We do have a pretty strong cell here in between the two flash flood warnings, sitting right along Spring Branch here, just to the south of St. Charles River. That's also putting down some real heavy rain. So, you know, as these cells move over this area and then out of it, and new ones probably replace them through the afternoon, we'll definitely keep an eye on these things because we are going to get, I don't think these are the only flash flood concerns that we are going to have today. So to the northeast of Beulah right now, I have some concerns, also Colorado City, and then that area in between the two flash flood warnings is an area that we will watch here. Flash flood warnings for the south end of the burn, including Rye and Colorado City, until 5 o'clock this afternoon, and then for the central part of the burn does include Beulah here. But again, I think it's areas off to the northeast we will watch as some of the biggest concerns. So if you are on the kind of eastern fringes of the fire here, just be aware over the next little bit that, you know, if waters start to rise or you see some debris or mud flows start to develop, you'll want to get out of this area for sure. This is to the north primarily of the St. Charles River and the northern branch of it there that comes out of Beulah Valley. So it's these eastern fringes. We'll watch the Spring Branch as well, and then some of the other, you know, Muddy Creek here, Greenhorn Creek, on the eastern edge of the fire as well, flowing toward Colorado City. Y'all should have a heads up because some of this, if it grabs mud and it grabs debris, it's going to take a while for it to come down, but it may come down to areas that are not burned. So that's something that you want to be aware of. Please remember always in a flash flood warning, the easiest thing to do is just seek higher ground. And sometimes that simple decision to just climb the hillside can save your life. We do have other storms that are ongoing out there this afternoon. They've been developing up against the foothills. TAMCO live radar shows those couple of flash flood warnings that we have. We've got some thunderstorms that have moved east of I-25 that rolled across the interstate earlier. Trinidad, we've got one coming into town right now, and there's also one off to the west of Monument in the west of Palmer Lake. All of these cells are moving this afternoon to the northeast or kind of east-northeast here. So Palmer Lake, we're going to get hit by this. This may move toward Woodmore and Monument, but up toward the Greenland area in Douglas County as well. Woodland Park, we're getting a thunderstorm to develop overhead right now as the storms are kind of getting going here for what's going to be an active afternoon of heavy rain. And over the next several hours, this is going to roll off to the east, and that will be a trend that continues into the evening. So let me back us up here on Skycast. Is getting a little bit ahead of itself. But, it's doing a pretty good job here as we are a little bit after 2 o'clock now of having the right idea on where the storms are and where they are going to move. And you can see that they've been kind of on the terrain features of the mountains, the Palmer Divide, and the Raton Mesa. We may see some additional development over the next couple of hours on the Palmer Divide and the Raton Mesa, and we'll watch storms coming off the mountains here, and we'll keep them around into a good chunk of the evening. Any of them could put down some very heavy rain. In fact, we expect that. Some of these are going to last into early Friday morning. That's what we often expect with the monsoon. So my friends, you are on Peaks to Plains Weather, our weather together, our storm coverage this afternoon, sponsored by TAMCO HailGuard. We thank them for that, and we will keep an eye on things here this afternoon. If I get any reports of a debris flow happening or anything in the burn, we'll of course pass that on. I don't have anything as of yet, but we will continue to watch it for you here on Peaks to Plains.
This is John May, General Manager of Petrale Roofing, up on another customer's roof doing a free 21-point inspection. If you'd like us to take a look at your roof, give us a call today, 719-375-8773. We'd be happy to take a look and see the condition of your roof. Petrale Roofing, we're a Diamond certified TAMCO installer, which means we can offer a industry-leading 25-year workmanship warranty to give you peace of mind in the storm. Call Petrale Roofing, 719-375-8773. Schedule your free inspection today.